Okay, boys. Episode 3. Kishaun Gervais. Thanks so much for coming, bro.
Oh, glad to be here. This is going to be unreal.
Yeah, he said that you've done 6 different podcasts or something already, so
Yeah, I got
he's done more episodes than I have.
a little bit of practice, but
Yeah.
it's always fun to speak about anything, shoot the shit. So I'm excited.
Yeah, man. Fucking. Last time I saw Jer, we were all at Craven.
Yeah, that was. I said I was never going to Craven again unless Morgan Wallen or Luke Combs came, and then
Yeah,
I saw Morgan Wallen was going to be there, so I was like, damn, okay, I gotta go.
Morgan Wallen or Luke Combs? Luke Combs.
Or yeah, okay, yeah. So
It was Nickelback.
Morgan Wallen was 2 years before that, and then I was like, okay, I'm never going again unless Luke Combs comes. And then Luke Combs was there. Nickelback was just a cherry on top.
Yeah, exactly. The big one for me was definitely Nickelback too, and then Luke Combs. Like I saw Luke Combs when I was 18 in Manitoba.
Yeah.
And that was before he was huge too. He wasn't even like the main guy or anything. And it was fucking sick. So I was excited to go.
That's the thing too. Like I went for Luke Combs, but Nickelback was the best concert, which was nuts.
Luke Combs, like I don't remember much from that concert. I was fucked right up that whole weekend. I was like, we were buzzing, but
yeah, it was unreal.
I was like, the freaking audio, like he was kind of quiet at Luke Combs.
Yeah.
That's what I remember. Like I just remember being like, oh, like can't really hear him that good. But
Well, at the Luke Combs concert, like Nickelback, I was in the back having fun with the guys, but Luke Combs, I kind of ditched everybody. And I remember there's that VIP section. They had a security guard in the front of it and in the back. And the security guard in the front was like helping somebody checking their wristband. So I walked right by him. And then the second one, since it was so dark, I just flashed my general admission wristband and he waved me through. So I like started cutting in front of everybody. And then I got as far as I could to the front and I tried paying people like $20 for me to get even closer, but they're like, no, I'm not budging. And then I was like shoulder to shoulder with people.
That was Nickelback or Luke Combs?
Luke Combs.
Luke Combs, eh?
But it was pretty sweet. I made sure to be pretty alert for that concert.
I was like, oh man, I don't know. I don't get into details, but I was fucking, I like don't remember. Like I remember, like I'm just like, holy fuck, like trying to think of like Luke Combs and like remember the concert, and I just remember like being there, and that's like it. I was like,
man, I remember after that concert, there was all like the after concert shenanigans going on. So I just went back to like Thax's campsite, and everyone was so scattered. So I just went in my car and fell asleep. And I woke up bright and early in the morning to Berto knocking on the window.
I was gonna say, man, I literally remember getting back to the campsite and we're all like, where's Gervais? Where is his fucking look in your car and you're like passed out with Spittin' Chicklets playing.
Yeah, I remember falling asleep and I went on stake and I played like $100. I won $1,000 and I just fell asleep, and then bright and early in the morning I hear a knock on my window. I'm like, what's going on? And I see Berto. He's like, let's go home, man. Let's go home. Let's get out of here. Like, let's pack up and go.
And then fucking, well, we're kind of skipping right to the end, but then when you guys are leaving, that fucking line to leave, I remember.
Oh, dude.
I got lucky and I skipped the whole line, but you guys were in line for like hours.
That was bad because
like I was home, like I drove like 3 hours home before you guys even like got out of line, and we left at like the same time to get in line.
Yeah.
I just got lucky and somehow got to skip it.
Well, it was my fault because the campsite that I was there with, I went with my cousin Easton and my cousin Tatum, and we were all the way in the back. So I took my car from the front where Thax's campsite was. We went all the way to the back to go grab some of my stuff, and that was the worst mistake possible.
Yeah,
We were in line so long that it wasn't moving, and Berto saw some people from Manitoba from when he played junior there, and they started making burgers and stuff in the line on the road, and we were just like, we're never gonna get out of here.
Fuck, I remember just being like such a degenerate by the end of that last day. I'm like so hungry. I'm like looking around, I see a bag of chips on the ground, and I'm like, I'm not going to do it, but I want to.
Yeah,
like,
it gets pretty tempting.
It gets rank when you're there like for like 4 or 5 days. We had an elite crew there too.
That was the best crew I think I've went with. And like the years prior to Craven, I would always just stay in Craven, but that year I went and stayed at my sister's place, and during the day I'd go over there in Regina and go shower or go eat, and I'm like, I'm not spending the whole time here. But even after doing all that, you get home and you're just like, I never want to go to Craven again.
I know. I was like, I don't know, like it's fun, but it's just so greasy too.
Yeah, you love it and you absolutely hate it. But by the time it's over in like a month's time, you're like, hey, I can't wait to go again.
Yeah.
But I haven't been since, and I said I'm not gonna go until Zach Bryan goes. So that's my thing now. Hopefully one day maybe.
We won tickets this year, like through this like fucking. We bought a barbecue and then we won tickets through. It was kind of whatever.
Oh,
so,
that's nuts.
Yeah, I won 3 tickets plus like a site and everything. And I was like, well, fuck, I guess we got to go.
Yeah.
Like, we might as well.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
So
how
this
was
year
it this year?
It was like mid. And I'm like getting to that age too where it's like there wasn't that many people even that were like our buddies, I guess, or like buddies that I'm friends with that were like not many of the boys were there.
Yeah,
you know?
I kind of looked at snap maps. I'm like, it's kind of an off year, I guess. For Craven.
Like not many people that were there that I knew that were like same age as me. A bunch of like my younger brothers who are a few years younger than me.
Yeah.
And all their friends were all there.
That's
so I had
the thing
fun with
too.
them.
Even I kind of stopped going out because you go out and you see like
literally just
kids that are so young, and I'm just like, I'm at the point too where I'd much rather be playing Marvel Rivals in my apartment on a Friday night.
It's funny, eh? It's like, and I was saying to this to a girl the other day. I was like, you get this. There's like a little window where you're kind of like I had a snap memory pop up on my phone of the first time I ever went to like the bar or the club. It was in Brandon.
Yeah.
And
boy.
Yeah. But and it was only from 6 years ago. And I was like, and it's funny that it's been 6 years and I feel like I've like lived that whole like young 20s like life already. It's came and gone. I'm like kind of over it already. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like just partying and like whatever, chasing tail or whatever.
It's kind of peaceful though. Like knowing that you got that out of the system.
Yeah, true.
Because like nowadays most of my summer, like I still went out here and there, but most of the summer I was spending my Fridays and Saturdays at the gym with my little brother.
Getting better, yeah.
This little, this kid, Waylon Gardaby, he used to be like a little fan when I was 18, and he's become one of my like little brothers and good friends now. And every Friday and Saturday we'd go to the gym to make sure we're doing that instead of going out or something like that. And it's just been really nice and peaceful.
And it's compound interest too. And it's like, I don't know, man. Like I go out and I booze, and the next day is like a write-off, and I
you just
feel good. The body's out of it, the mind's out of it.
Yeah, just unproductive.
Unproductive.
It's just not a good feeling.
Yeah, exactly. And kind of like the last few times I've went out, I feel like going on trips and having fun like that is a little different than like, you know, with your boys or whatever, but you're just going out just to have a Saturday night, just to go out. Like I feel like the last few times, that too. It's expensive. I'm getting Michelob's or Coronas, and it's like $11 without the tip.
Yeah, and you're just like, dude.
If you drink 10 beers, you're like, and then you know, I don't know, get cabs and all that stuff. It definitely adds up.
Oh yeah, you look the next year and you're just like, why did I do that?
That too, because you're just like, fuck, why did I do that? That was like what I was gonna say is like you end up leaving, catching the cab home, and you're like, fuck, that wasn't even that fun. Or it's not like how it used to be, Where it's like all your bros are there. Man. Or like the girl you got a crush on is there.
Exactly. And like I remember a few years ago I'd be with all the boys, and then you're just like, man, last night was sick. And nowadays it's just like, why did I do that? Mm-hmm. Why did I go out? And then like we said, the next day's unproductive, and then you're recovering, and then it's just getting to the point.
Yeah, I guess we just listed them all. It's like, okay, like what are the benefits versus the non-benefits here? Like, you know, like I guess it's like, okay, next day I'm out of it, I'm tired, I feel like shit, don't get anything done.
Yeah.
Opposed to just like eating a nice meal, hanging out, and going to the gym the next day and shit like that.
And
it's just like, what's
you feel
better?
like you had way more of a productive weekend.
Yeah.
And then you're not setting yourself up for failure for the upcoming week, which is so nice.
That Monday is so much better too.
Yeah.
Not like everybody loves Mondays, but that Monday is just so much better when you're
you
not
feel
a
fresh.
piece of shit. Yeah.
It feels like you get 7 days out of the week instead of 6.
Totally. But I don't know. We went to Mexico like a year and a bit ago for spring break.
I remember when you guys did that.
Oh my god, that was the funnest time ever, man. Like,
that
so like
insane.
I could totally would do that again tenfold. But
yeah, that looked. I remember the boys were posting stories and stuff. I was just like, this crew in Mexico right now with the all inclusive and everything. I was like, oh no.
Oh man, I'm like, first day, I'm like, I've never been to Mexico. Like, I grew up with like 8 siblings. Fucking, we'd go on trips, but it'd be trips to Minot, North Dakota, and shit like that. I'm not fucking knocking it, but we never went to Mexico for a big all inclusive fucking whatever. So I had never been to Mexico, and
I was honestly hoping. I was like, I just hope all of them come back. I really hope they don't have a hangover situation where they're like, oh, where's Coobs?
Yeah, no kidding, eh?
Man, I was just thinking if they all get on the plane and make it home safe, it was a successful trip.
Yeah, this poor girl apparently this year. We never went this year. We all wanted to go and just kind of didn't work out where most of us couldn't go. So, but our buddy Tyson went, and a girl passed away.
That's insane.
Drowned in the ocean.
See, that's why I stay on land. Like, I'm native, but I'm also half black, and we stay on land. I don't mess with the ocean. And like, no, if I'm in, the most I'd go is in a pool on a trip like that. Like, I'm not getting swept away by no current. Well, maybe I'd go in the shallow end in the ocean. I'm not going to be boring, but all it takes is one little wave, and you just see a little brown swirl going around in the ocean.
Dude, oh man, so it's like me, 2 of the boys, and these 3 girls from Minnesota. And we're all like, it's like probably 2 a.m. And these girls are like, let's go in the ocean. Like, let's go down to the ocean. And I was like
2 a.m?
Yeah, it was like, and like oceans, the fucking pools are all closed. Security's out there with flashlights and shit. So I'm like, oh, let's just go in the pool. They're like, okay, whatever. So I talked to the security guard. I'm like, fuck, how much for us to like get in the pool? Because you can like pay those guys off for like anything. So I'm like, yeah, how much to get in the pool? He's like, $20. I was like, sure, for the 6 of us. So we go in the pool, just the 6 of us, and the girl that I was kind of hanging out with, she's like, yeah, I want to go in the ocean. Fuck this. I want to go in the ocean. I want to go skinny dipping. I'm like, yeah, fuck. Okay, let's do it. So we go out there, man, and we're like, just met these girls, and fuck, I've told this story like 100 times, but we go out, and so she's like, yeah, fucking peels it off. She's like looking all good. She's like, oh yeah, you guys aren't coming or what? You're not coming? I'm like, fuck, whatever. Peel it off. And then fucking so me and Kale had already went to the ocean like earlier that day, and there's a fat rip curl. Like, this is in Cabo San Lucas in Mexico. So you're not even really supposed to swim in the ocean. Because there's that fat rip curl that sucks you back.
Yeah.
So I fucking buck naked, go run out there and jump in the water, and I jump over the fucking rip curl, and I kind of swim out a bit, eh? And so everybody else is fucking stripping down and we're all going skinny dipping, and I'm like, yeah, watch out for that rip curl though, eh? And then my girl's walking out, she's like, fuck, you can tell she's just feeling herself too, like looking all good.
My goodness.
And then, man, she like takes one step, and next thing you know, that rip curl just fucking sucked her right underneath, man. Whoop, she's just like, oh, fucking.
You're lying.
Her head pops up. She's just fucking big wave. Boosh, crashes over her.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god, we're all like, holy fuck. So I kind of like swim over to her, and then she's getting out of the water and kind of getting sucked around, and we're all like, holy fuck. Buck naked, her hair's just like hanging over, full of sand. She's just like coughing up.
See, I would have been like, well, what'd you learn?
I was like, oh, are you good? Like, holy fuck, man. I couldn't believe it.
That
just
dude,
fucking ass over tea kettle.
if I seen that, my eyes would have went wide open. I would have just started putting all my clothes back on.
Oh man, we were all like in the water too, and it was like too funny, man. And it was
2
just
a.m.
fucking-
too, man.
We went
That's-
like straight back into the pool, man.
yeah, it's like, yeah, ocean wasn't for us. Let's.
Oh man, we're in the pool and her hair is just full of sand, like full. Like she must have just got rocked around under there, man. Like, oh.
I guarantee you, she never tried that again.
No, I don't know. I hope not. It's so funny though. She's just got Insta pics her in the ocean after. I'm just like, yeah, watch out for that.
Yeah,
fucking girl.
watch out for the rip curl, dude. That's
Man.
insane.
Same trip. We're like, all the boys are like, oh, let's go. So I'd never been to Mexico, so I was like, I wanted to go on excursions and shit.
Yeah.
I wanted to like experience it and check it out. So I'm like, yeah, fucking, let's go do this, let's do that. And the boys were like, oh, fuck that. We're going down to the pool again today. And it'd been like 3 days in a row of just,
Oh, they just wanted to go to the pool, see some girls.
yeah, meet a bunch of girls and
Yeah.
just booze it up the whole day. And I'm just like, fuck, like it's fun. And like all
But
the
at the
people
same
were
time,
meeting.
like it's like let's go check out some
Yeah,
stuff here in
yeah. We
Mexico.
got all day to wheel and shit. So
You can go on those excursions, and by 7 p.m. the pool's gonna be packed.
oh yeah,
so then, like, you're getting the most out of the day if you go and.
yeah.
But
There's gonna be time, right? Like,
Exactly.
So that's what I like. Most of the excursions aren't gonna take fucking all day. So, anyways, so I'm like, yeah, let's go, boys, let's go. And a few of them were just like, fuck that, like, fuck, we're going to the pool. And I was like, whatever. But I was kind of like, fuck, fine, whatever. If we're just gonna get hammered, fucking. So I'm like,
Yeah.
so I'm like, oh, okay, well, we'll sit down at the pool bar there, and it's beautiful, man. And it's like,
oh, it looked
full.
gorgeous.
Oh yeah, like it's so sick, and it's just all the drinks are already paid for, right? So I'm just like tequila. My barber before I went's like, oh, the tequila there is amazing. It's so good. And,
Oh man,
and
in
it is.
Mexico, it's probably not like anything bottom shelf here in Stoon.
Yeah, no,
Like-
fuck, it's just way different. So much smoother, right?
Yeah.
So I'm fucking humming tequilas, man, just fucking getting after it. And I'm like, all of a sudden, yeah, just fucking basically shit-faced, like hammered. Like, and me and Kale are in the pool having a good time, and he's like, let's go to the fucking ocean. And it's like, whatever, 11 a.m. Like, it's not, bunch of people are around. So I'm like, yeah, let's go. Fucking swim out there. And yeah, I'd like barely ever been in the ocean. I've only been in the ocean one time in Tofino, BC.
Okay.
Before that. And it's so salty. Like, you
Man.
underestimate how fucking salty that water is. Eh?
Yeah.
I'm like swimming way out there, man, way out there, like being drunk and just swimming way too far out. And I'm like, fuck, on the way back in, I'm swimming. I'm just somehow getting salt water all in my mouth. Like the waves are kind of crashing into me, and
Dude.
I'm swallowing salt water, and I fucking get back to the shore finally. And I just, I'm like beat from swimming. I just fucking lay down for a minute, hammered. And I like fell asleep. Like, wake up, this fucking wave just crashes over me, and wake up, my hat, my fucking sunglasses, and my shirt are in the water getting swept away. It's
Oh,
like,
wake up call.
oh yeah, I get up, I'm like, oh, my stomach feels like it's just full of salt water, man. Fucking pull trig, and then I just fucking, I was just out of it the rest of the day. I couldn't stop throwing up. I was
Oh,
like,
man.
dude, I'm gonna have to go to fucking get an IV in Mexico. Like, this is fucked. Like, I was like, I think I had like just so much salt water and so much tequila
Yeah,
in my
that's
stomach. I couldn't.
Probably not a good mix.
No.
Honestly, like
No.
your body was probably in shock. Like what is going on?
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. And the boys too, straight out of the deep freeze of Saskatchewan, Canada. Fucking
Yeah.
Straight to Mexico. The boys are just so sunburnt, man.
It was probably an unreal time. Then you got to come home back to the cold.
Oh, dude. It was like, we come home, we land in Calgary, and it's like snowing like a foot. It was like minus 15, but just snowing
Yeah.
like crazy. And all the boys were like, oh, I got no fucking voice. And we're just fucking dying.
Man, that's always the craziest part for like at the end of the hockey season usually. It's kind of different now that I'm playing pro because it goes later into the year, but before all the snow would be melted.
Yeah.
Then you come home and then it's just, it feels like it's still winter. And like I remember in Portland it doesn't really snow back when I played junior there, so I'm like wearing shorts and a t-shirt to the rink, and then I come back and I'm just like shivering.
Is it Portland, Oregon?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Maine I play against Maine because they're in our division this year, so it's kind of cool because I've been able to play against both Portlands. But yeah, like it's just you come home and it's just snowy. And I remember during COVID when I came back, my grandpa made a big joke about it because I was wearing shorts and a shirt and I landed and it was just so snowy and he just started laughing at me. I'm like, yeah, I guess I kind of got used to the Oregon weather because it just rains there in the summer. It's kind of like BC. And I came back and I'm like, hey, well, I got to get my winter clothes back out.
Did you ever drive down there when you played there, or did you fly?
Yeah, my second year I drove out there, and then.
What's that drive like?
That's not even bad compared to what I have to do now. That's only like 17 hours from Sask.
Right.
But I'm driving out to New York on the 20th of this month, and it's I think 33 hours. So.
Do you go through Toronto or like by?
I think like.
Or are you going straight through?
I go through Buffalo, but like I go up. I don't even know the route from here because when I went, this is actually the craziest month of travel of my life. So when I was in Finland, I decided, like, okay, I'll start right from the start. So I get to Finland, and I'm like, hey, this is sick. And then right when I get there, we're doing 2 skates and 2 workouts a day for training camp.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, this is kind of insane, but I'm guessing it's only for camp. And then one of the Finnish guys like, no, all season.
Really?
It's like, what do you, all season? He's like, no, we're doing this all season. I'm like, what do you mean we're doing this all season? Like, we're not going to be able to skate. And like 2 or 3 weeks in, we're still doing this. Guys are starting to get hurt in practice and in the preseason games. And I went up to one of the coaches. I was like, I can't keep doing this 2 and 2s. Like, my body's going to shut down.
2 and 2s a day.
A day, yeah. So I'm like, I'm telling him this. I'm like, I know my body, and it's telling me it's about to shut down. A few hours later, in our second skate of the day, we're doing a routine 2-on-2 drill, and I go to take a stride, and my knee buckles. And I've had this meniscus problem since I was 18 where my knee will lock sometimes. But this time, like usually I'd be able to pop it back into place just by straightening it. This time it didn't. It wouldn't go straight. So my leg was locked up. And the scary thing about that was we didn't have a trainer. Like we didn't have a...
Like, boys, you're doing 2 and 2s, but if you fucking, you pull something, it's on you.
Yeah,
you guys gotta fuck.
That's why I was like, okay.
We got Tylenol.
Yeah, honestly. I'm like, my knee is locked in place. I couldn't straighten it. I get to the bench. I'm limping around. And I'm like, okay, like I need a trainer or something. Our equipment manager comes in and he's like, what's wrong? I'm like, I appreciate the help, but you're not a doctor. Yeah, so they like get me to the dressing room, and then finally one of the injured guys on the team grabs me, brings me into the car, drives me to the hospital where the doctor put it back into place. Season goes, I'm like, hey, this is cool. And then finally I'm like, okay, I missed a few payments. Like they missed a few payments to pay me, and you only get paid once a month there.
Oh.
So if you get a payment missed, you're like digging into
a month.
Yeah, you're digging into your credit card. Then I'm like moving around. I lived in 6 different apartments in 4 months. And then finally it just clicked in December. I was like, what am I doing here? So
that's what I wanted to ask you about was Finland. Like, because last time I saw you, I think was like you said at Craven, and you were getting ready to like leave for Finland.
Yeah, it was just before I was going to Finland. And honestly, that summer I had no motivation at all. Like I just finished my first year of pro, but that first year of pro I had a bad concussion. My body was hurting, and I just like, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. And then my family and friends literally had to like tell me to get on the plane to go to Finland. So I was like,
really,
hey, whatever, I'll go.
Because it was not sorry to cut you off.
Oh,
it was
no,
a quick turnaround. I remember you were saying it was like season ended because were you in the coast?
Yeah.
Season ends in the coast. And then you come home and you didn't have much time at all really before you had to leave because the season started early in Finland, right?
Yeah, so that was the thing that sucked too, is I barely got any summertime because the season ends in May. Then you finally get home, you start to see your boys, summer's kicking off, and then August 2nd, you got to leave to Finland. So I was just kind of upset about that, whatever. And I get there, and then everything kind of started falling into place. I was having fun again. But it just kind of clicked after all the missed payments and me living in 6 different apartments. What finally did it was actually my teammate, who is also from North America. He's from Toronto. He was staying in an apartment with another North American guy. I had my own apartment at that point, and they had to move out and move somewhere else, but they didn't have anything set up for them. So he was like, hey, can I get a hotel? And they're like, no, we'll set up something for you. So he had to stay with the equipment manager for a week. Then I was like, dude, come stay with me, whatever. And then he was on my couch, and he was like talking, I might leave, I might not. And I was just like, what am I still doing here? It just clicked one day. And then I called my agent, told him. He's like, hey, I'll talk to Tulsa, see if they'll bring you back. And then it was such a quick turnaround. Next thing you know, craziest month of my life of travel. Okay, so
Can I just ask quick, why the fuck are they having to move guys in and out of apartments all the time?
it's just like where we were in Finland is such a tourist attraction.
Oh, okay.
So around December, it's called like Santa Claus Town. So everything over there is like, the golf course is called Santa Claus Golf, or Santa Sport is where we trained. And it attracts tourists from all over the world because it's like the winter wonderland. And when tourists come in, the rent goes up.
Yeah.
So our team couldn't afford where we were staying, and then they'd have to move us into a temporary spot until they found us more secure, and it was just all over the place. So guys were, well, not guys, us North Americans, we were moving all over the place, and I'm just like, this doesn't feel like pro hockey anymore.
Yeah.
And then like the style of play, I'm a more gritty physical guy, and I couldn't play that way over there because like that's not how they play hockey. So just the style of play of hockey, and then moving around, missing payments, everything was kind of adding up, and I was just like, I don't want to do this anymore. Maybe the coast isn't that bad. And I went back to the coast, and it just felt like a weight off my shoulders. But leaving, I had a 12-hour train ride to Helsinki, then a 3-hour flight to Germany, and I had like a 16-hour layover in Germany.
Right.
Then I flew back to, I think it was somewhere in the States, and then flew to Regina, 3 hours to the res, so I'm exhausted. Spend 2 days at home, then I drive to Tulsa. We get to Tulsa, finally I'm like unpacking my stuff. We have a 3-3 that weekend.
Is that a fat drive too? To
Tulsa was like 22 hours.
Fuck.
So I finally get to Tulsa. I'm like, okay, the traveling's over. We have a 3-3, then a short 4-day Christmas break. Then we have to go on a 12-day road trip to Rapid City and then Tahoe on like the Nevada-California border. So we're gone for like 11 days.
Yeah.
And we get back home.
Good one to meet the boys.
What's that?
Good one to like meet the boys.
Yeah,
and get
it was
in with the
nice.
boys.
It was unreal because like when I got back, I was a vet on the team.
Nice.
So like half the team was there the year before, but then a lot of guys from around the league or new guys from college were there. So it was an unreal trip to like you said, get used to the new guys and everything like that. So we went on that 12-day trip, and I'm already just so done with traveling. I'm exhausted. When we get back, we have 2 days off, and then we get back into light practices to get ready for the weekend of games. So when we get back, we land at like 6 p.m., and I'm like, oh my gosh, these 2 days off are going to be the best thing ever. I wake up, I get home, and at like 8 p.m. I pass out. And I wake up and my phone's buzzing. And it's our head coach and GM. And I played, I think, 9 games with Tulsa at that point. The first 3 games, I didn't really do much. But the last 5, I think I had 4 goals and an assist. So I was starting to catch my stride, get used to the coast play again and everything. And then
yeah.
I like wake up my first day off in what feels like 3 weeks, and I see it's Rob Murray, the coach for Tulsa. And I answer my phone. I'm like, I wonder what this could be. It's like, hey, Kishaun. And he's such a straight to the point guy. He was like, hey, Kishaun, been trying to get hold of you this morning. I slept in because we didn't have anything, so I just no alarms, anything. And he's like, hey, Kishaun, try to get hold of you. We traded you to the Adirondack Thunder. They had an offer we couldn't refuse, and I just woke up, so I was just like,
Morning.
what? I thought it was a prank call at first, and I saw, no, this is actually Mert. I'm like, okay, like, thank you for everything. I appreciate it. And I, like kind of hung up the phone. I sat there for a bit, and I was like, wait, what? And I kind of had to reprocess everything.
Fuck.
Like, there's no chance. And then, like, hey, Adirondack, I was so upset, too, because I fell in love with Tulsa. I ended up winning fan favorite the year before. I was fired up to be back. All the guys on the team, we wanted to make a nice run for the championship, and kind of, we were really gelling in that room, even in the short 2 weeks that I was there.
Yeah, happy to be back, right?
Exactly. And I'm like, hey, who did I get traded for? And I see it was for an AHL caliber player. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'm like, hey, Adirondack. And ironically enough, when we were in the airport on that trip a few days prior, we were talking about all the sweet spots to go and all the kind of not so good spots to go in the coast. And when Adirondack came up, all the boys were like, oh, dude, one of the best spots to be in the league.
Perfect.
So I'm thinking about that. I'm like, okay. And then first thing that comes to my head is I have my car, so obviously I'm going to drive. Then I'm like, no. So I look at maps.
More travel.
I look at maps. I'm like, just be under 13. I check maps, and it's like 27 hours.
Holy
So
fuck.
I'm like, oh, I'm going to give myself 2 days to just chill out, pack up.
Yeah.
And I call my grandpa because, like, my grandpa's the one who raised me.
Okay.
So I call my grandpa. I'm like, hey, he's like, hey, how's everything going? How's your day off? How was the trip? I'm like, good. I just got traded. And the whole time he's like, oh, yeah, sure, good one, because we like to mess with each other a bunch. He's like, yeah, good one. How's your day and everything? I'm like, no, I just got traded. He's like, yeah, well, quit lying to me. And then I tell him like 3 or 4 times, and he's like, okay, like, have a good day. I'm like, okay. And then 5 minutes later, he calls
bro's
me.
capping.
Yeah, honestly, 5 minutes later, he calls me again. He's like, did you really get traded? I'm like, yeah, like, I have to leave to New York. So the coach from Adirondack calls me.
And it's north, eh? Like, Tulsa is, where's Tulsa? What state?
It's in the Midwest in Oklahoma.
Oh, okay.
So you got to go all the way down, kind of through Buffalo, and then you finally get to New York. And that was a crazy drive because, like I said, I had all that travel, and then I wanted to take 2 days off, but our coach is like, yeah, we really need, take your time, but we really need you this weekend. So I'm like, oh my gosh.
We'd like you this weekend though, man. Like,
Yeah, so the next day I have a nice dinner with a bunch of the boys from the year before. It's kind of like a going away dinner that kind of happens in the league regularly because so many guys it's a revolving door. They call it the ECHL, the ever-changing hockey league.
Oh, yeah?
Because so many guys are always just moving. And then at like 5 p.m. the next day, packed up my stuff, and I just started driving, and I didn't stop for 17 hours.
Start the fat drive. Fuck.
Yeah, and it just, that whole trip, and even the trade, is I got hurt, and you're not supposed to trade an injured player, but they traded me before they can see what was wrong with my arm, so the whole trade almost got vetoed. I almost had to go back to Tulsa.
Fuck.
And I straight up told our GM in Adirondack, I'm like, hey, this trade gets vetoed, I'm not going back to Tulsa. Like, I'm not doing that drive again. Just trade me for a bag of pucks. You guys traded for me. I want to be here. This is where I'm dedicated to now. And then everything ended up working out, and
Perfect.
Adirondack was honestly the funnest year of hockey. I was only there from February to like April, but hands down, best group of guys, best fan base.
That's awesome.
Most electric crowd I've ever played for, and it's just, it was a no-brainer by the end of the year. Usually, like, I wonder where I'm going to go, but right when the year ended, I'm like, I'm going back.
Can't wait to come back.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's like when you get traded, kind of, it can sometimes be like fucking better or, like you said, worse too. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes it's like you get ditched, and then, yeah. I thought you were going to say, oh, and then Adirondack is fucking one of the worst spots you can go. And then you're like, yeah, and then you're saying it's one of the best. I was like, okay, that's awesome. 'Cause
yeah.
I had fucking my 20 bomb year. it was like December 5th or whatever, and I was playing Junior A in Sudbury.
Yeah.
And we were losing like 6-1. And I can't remember his name right now, but he was playing on Team Canada. He's a 16-year-old. He's with Nashville. Tyler Gibson is his name.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a fucking, I think it's Tyler Gibson. Fuck.
That's funny. We had a guy on our team this year named Ty Gibson.
Okay. Where's he from?
He's from BC.
Oh, okay.
Like Van area. So
yeah.
I don't think
want
it's
to
the
figure
same
this
guy.
guy out quick. But anyways, this guy's nasty. He's a 16-year-old, and he's like, at the time, I was a 20-year-old, and he is like gross. I think he was a first rounder to the Wolves.
Yeah.
And or to the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds. And he's like going between the legs and fucking dangling guys. And he's like, we were losing like 6-1. And I was like, fuck this. I'm going to fucking run this guy. So I'm like, yeah, fuck it. He like gets the puck in the corner, man. And I like didn't get a chance to hit him. And he's kind of he's like going all the way. He's like almost going end to end. And I was like, fuck it. Like in the footage on Hockey TV, it's just like I'm like literally going to fucking just try and run this guy as hard as I can. So I'm like going from fucking wall to wall, trying to fucking hit him. And then he sees me last second.
Yeah.
And he just totally just like leaves the puck and dives out of the way, like gets out of the way of my hit. And all that like collided was just our feet. Like just the top of my left foot hit the top of his right foot.
Yeah.
So fucking we both trip and go like flying. And somehow I fucking hit another player and it like popped my shoulder out this way.
Oh, damn.
So yeah, so I fucking popped my shoulder out. I'm like laying on the ice. I fucking couldn't get up. I was like, fuck. Like I just wanted to skate off the ice. And then yeah, they blow it down. I like couldn't get up just the way that I was laying.
Yeah.
So they get me up and get me off, pop my shoulder back in, and then fucking yeah, we were like second last, third last team. So and I was a 20 bomb assistant captain. So our whole fucking all of our 20s were like on the wire already.
Yeah.
We were like gonna get traded to playoff contenders. And so I was supposed to get traded to a fucking contender with my roommate who was like, he was committed to UNLV.
Yeah,
And,
Vegas?
yeah. And fucking
That ain't
me
bad.
and him were supposed to get traded together, dislocate my shoulder, and then the trade falls through for me. Right? You're not supposed to trade injured guys.
Yeah.
So he fucking goes, just him. And then it was supposed to be package deal or whatever. Fucking just him. He goes there, wins a ship.
Man.
I like went home early for Christmas and yeah, I drove home like 27 hours home. And my buddy from Winnipeg, he had gotten injured too. So his dad, we never had a vehicle out there.
Yeah.
Actually, we did. We went to go grab sushi with the boys one last time. And we fucking got like rear-ended and blew our vehicle up. So all of a sudden we had no whip like the day we were supposed to drive home. I got like shoulders in a fucking, like it was like a pretty shitty shoulder separation or whatever it was.
Yeah.
But, shoulders in a sling and I'm just like, fuck, this sucks. So buddy's dad drives all the way from Winnipeg, picks us up in Sault Ste. Marie, and we just grab a burger and he just turns around and drives us all the way back. Like it was like his dad drove like 40 hours. I'm like, you sure you don't want me to drive? He's like, no.
Yeah,
and I was paranoid, man. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm in the back seat. There's probably nothing I could even do if this guy was to fall asleep anyways.
No,
but we're driving all night, man. And
that's insane. And he was just like, no, I'm good.
No, he was like, I'm chilling.
That's the thing, dude. I did it my first year in Portland where I went without a car. I'm like, this sucks.
Yeah.
And then
it does suck when you don't have a whip, eh?
Yeah. And my first year in the coast, I'm like, okay, well, not going to take a car, obviously. I'm only going on a PTO. And then I like flew in there and I ended up staying. But the whole time, it's just like, if you don't have a buddy that wants to do something, you're just stuck in your apartment or
you're like bored
at your place. So like this previous year, I was like, yeah, I'm driving up. There's no chance I'm not. And then even when I went to T-Bay, a bunch of guys flew, but I'm like, no, I'm driving just in case.
Yeah, we should talk about T-Bay a little bit.
Yeah, we got to. That was honestly a canon year for my hockey career. I swear to God. Dude.
Like, what do you mean by that? Like it canon year, like it like propelled your career?
Yeah, weirdly, it was the worst year of hockey of my life and probably my worst hockey experience, but without it, I wouldn't be playing pro right now.
Right.
Because I finished up my year in Yorkton, and we had 10 U sports teams to choose from. And me and my agent kind of narrowed it down to Lakehead because the opportunity the coach was giving me, it was close-ish to where I'd want to have my grandpa come watch me and my family. Like, my grandpa travels everywhere to watch hockey. Like, he loves driving. He's driven to Yukon. He's driven to BC, like all these places to come watch hockey. And
isn't it awesome how much, like, it seems like the grandparents, they're like, those are always like the number one fans. Like my grandpa, I made a point last year to drive 6 hours every game to all the way back to Manitoba to just play in front of him because I knew how much he loves it.
Exactly, right? Yeah. My grandpa always, I remember being like 12 years old and I'd hop in the vehicle and we'd always go watch my brother, and that was just in the SJ. I'm like, this guy travels everywhere. He's been to every rink in the SJ, so
yeah.
He just continued that with me and my cousins. He's always in a hockey rink. But yeah, I remember like that he was kind of narrowing it down, and actually during the year, Babcock texted me for the Huskies.
Oh, I fucking forgot about that, man.
Yeah, and I'm like, dude, if this goes through, I will be playing Huskies. Like, this is where I want to go. I want to go to the US. And so it's me, him, and Cote, their coach now, in a group chat, and he's like, here's the packet. And I said, okay, sounds good. Like, just say the word and I'll do the verbal commitment. Didn't hear a word from them after that.
Really?
Which was so weird to me. And then finally I it was between Ontario Tech and Lakehead, and I wanted to live
Where is Ontario Tech? Is that Toronto?
It's like, oh man, I want to say by Oshawa. I think by Syracuse. I don't know. Dude, Syracuse is in New York. It's somewhere in Ontario, like in the New York area.
Right.
Or
Hamilton, kind of?
Yeah, it's like the Hamilton, Toronto area. So I wanted to go live in Ontario. That was my main focus, and whatever team gave me the best opportunity for that, I was going to go to.
Yeah.
So we narrow it down to Lakehead, and I get there. I do well in the testing, everything, and then
the fitness testing?
Yeah, the fitness testing. We have on-ice fitness testing, so I do well, and the coach is like, hey, you're going to play top 6. You're going to be playing a bunch.
It's in Oshawa.
It is in Oshawa?
Yeah, it's in Oshawa, it says here.
Oh, man. Okay, yeah, go Generals.
Yeah.
So, like, okay, this coach is wishing, or like, granting all this stuff. Obviously, when a coach tells you that, you got to work for it. So I'm like, okay, I get there. We do preseason. We actually, in preseason, we played Wisco.
Yeah.
Like the D1 Wisco team that Cole Caulfield played on. But Cole wasn't there anymore. His brother Brock was. And we ended up beating, I wasn't playing that game because some guys played the first day and then we played Mich Tech the next day. So we end up beating Wisco in overtime. So we're like, dude, we can beat any D1 team. The next day we go play Mich Tech and get smoked 6-1.
Yeah.
And we just get a huge serving of humble pie.
Fuck.
So I end up playing the home opener. Didn't play until I think December after that.
Really?
And
like health bombed?
Healthy the whole time. And I'm just like, when am I going to play? When am I going to play? And the coach is like, okay, we need some energy. Because like that's my role wherever I go play. I'm an energy guy. So I'm like, okay, we're playing, what is it? Not Ryerson anymore. It's like, not U of T, but they used to be called Ryerson. TMU. We go play TMU. And it's the second game of the weekend. It's a 12 o'clock afternoon game. Coach is like, guys need energy. We're bringing you on. I'm like, perfect. So I'm all jacked up. I'm like trying to hype up the boys. Get on the bench. One of the guys like sprays water on himself on the bench, and I do the same thing to like wake myself up. And I guess I splashed the coach with a little bit of water, and he made a big deal out of it.
Really, eh?
So I go out, we lose, don't see the ice again. And Christmas break comes, I come home, I have like this breakdown, like I don't even know if I want to play hockey anymore. Sorry. And I play a native tournament. Then I just kind of like talk to my family and everything. I'm like, okay, screw this. I'm done having the poor me mentality. I grew closer to my faith, and I said, if I'm not going to play, I'm going to work really hard on and off the ice. So every practice, I was showing that I could play and I can compete. And if you're not going to play me, I'm going to compete hard against these guys. And I started going to the gym at 6 a.m., meal prepping. And I guess this, like, our coach might have seen that because he's like, hey, you're in this upcoming weekend. We're going to Toronto. We had like a 3-3. First game, I had 2 goals. The next game, I had a bunch of chances. And then the third game, I played pretty well too. So I like started getting a solidified spot. The next Tuesday at practice, we're doing a, wakey wakey?
No.
Like the drill wakey wakey. It's just like a starter drill where you're like on the 4 blues and you're just doing like
the
swing.
Passes.
Passes. So we're going.
Like the 5 pass and then you go shoot almost?
Yeah,
like
pretty
you're
much.
Doing a bunch of passing? Yeah.
So one guy's swinging and I got to step out of the line. And usually you cut like in front of the blue line. And this guy's going 100 miles an hour. Love the guy, Eddie. Cole Edwards. Love the guy.
Shout out Cole Edwards.
Shout out Cole Edwards. One of the funniest humans I've ever played hockey with. But he has his head down going 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So I have to pick up a puck and I look up when I step out and all I see is his face right here. And boom. Get conked. I'm out for like 3 weeks. I finally recover. We're getting ready for playoffs, and I just get healthy the whole time.
Yeah.
So.
Fuck. Right before playoffs, eh?
Yeah, and like we needed. Oh, that game I got told that we needed energy, and I didn't play. I asked the coach what was wrong. He was like, "Yeah, like."
Fucking squirted water on me.
He's like, "Yeah, like you're screaming around at 11 a.m. Like." Guys are trying to get focused. You're like yelling, playing sewer. You squirt me with water. And I was just like, dude, you said you wanted energy. So I'm bringing the off ice and on ice energy. And he's just like, I meant energy on the ice. I was like, well, we just got smoked 6-1. So I don't know what kind of energy you wanted me to bring. Like I was playing energetic and I just didn't play much. And then I went to university and to play youth sports because my whole goal is play 4 years and get looked at by a coach team. So after that year, like honestly, right after our hockey season ended, I didn't feel like I fit in with any of the boys on the team.
I struggled when I was in Thunder Bay with fitting in with the boys too.
Yeah.
Like the Ontario guys kind of, or was there lots of Ontario guys? Or
yeah, there was a bunch of Ontario guys and it was just clicky. Like there was a lot of clicks.
Yeah.
And
did you play with Tucker Scandalberry on that team?
no,
I think he may have been there the year before.
Yeah.
I think he had pretty similar experience.
Yeah, there's like, here's the thing. When people ask me about my experience with Thunder Bay, it was just the hockey part.
Right.
Because living in T-Bay was, like, everybody always kind of trashes on Thunder Bay. I loved it.
I really thought that it was beautiful. There's mountains, there's lakes, there's waterfalls, there's tons of restaurants. It's like, it's a beautiful spot.
Yeah.
But it's super isolated. So, like, I always say it's like the Larange of fucking Ontario.
Yeah.
Because it's like in the middle of nowhere. The closest other cities are like Winnipeg and Sault Ste. Marie, and they're both like 8 hours away.
Honestly, I compared it because I lived in PA for a year.
Right.
And I said it's like a bigger Prince Albert.
Bigger, beautiful Prince Albert.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
I thought, because when I went from there, I had never even lived in a city before. Grew up in a tiny little town, and then I went and played 1 year in Carrot River. So it was like the little tiny town there. So then going there to play in Thunder Bay was like, oh, fucking, I'm in the city. And it was like, so it felt cool. It's only like 110,000 people, but it felt like the city for me.
Yeah.
And just being able to go to a bunch of different restaurants and have new experiences, like weekly was cool for me.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed that. The biggest thing for me when I was playing there was I didn't jive with my teammates, and I've never not been able to jive with my teammates. But for some reason when I was there, and it was honestly cooked. I got there right when like COVID hit. So COVID hit that one year and they canceled playoffs and everything. Remember that?
Yeah.
Right when COVID hit. So that was when I signed there, and then I went there. So Ontario was being so dumb.
They were pretty dramatic.
And they're like, yeah, no body contact, like no hitting. And they're like, they think that if you take hitting out of it, then nobody's going to touch each other.
Oh, man. This just makes it worse.
Oh, it's terrible. And then if you got in a fight, it was like a $4,000 fine and all this shit. So for me, it was like I signed there as a fighter. Like I led the league in PIMS and in fights in the Sask League the year before that, and had like 11 fights and fucking. So they wanted a fighter, and that's what they. And I was talking to like a handful of other junior A teams that wanted me to come to camp and come and fight a bunch, but they wanted to sign me. So I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna, instead of wasting my time going to Melville and fucking and like other like Yorkton and shit, it was like I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go there and sign and then just see how that goes.
Go where you feel more solidified.
Yeah, 100%. So we just went there, and then it was like a revolving door there too, man. I went with two of my good buddies who both played who were like both point per game in midget trips the year before.
Yeah.
And they both just like, their billets were like fucking Nazis. And they got kicked out of their billet house and kicked off the team. And then
oh my goodness.
Anytime it became like a team joke. Like if you became buddies with Couvs, you're getting traded or cut.
You're getting
like
dished.
Fucking anybody that I became close with just for some reason got dished or somehow got fucking, oh man. And
that's the worst too, when you like get close to somebody and then the next day you're like, okay, see you later.
Yeah, driving them to the airport.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Dude, I actually have the funniest story from this year. So me and my stallmate, Ryan Francis, we were talking about the deadline and everything, because like when the trade deadline comes, especially on our team, we were like a second last place team. At that point, we were a last place team in the league, and anybody could be on the wire.
Yeah.
So we thought.
Could you explain to these guys what the trade deadline is and what the wire is?
Yeah. Okay. The trade deadline's like the last day you can make a trade in that league, and it's usually at like a set time at like 3 or 4 p.m. of the day. And then the wire is kind of like the list of players that are being chosen from each team that are like, hey, we have this player available, this player available. And
the market, it's like the marketplace.
Yeah, it's like the marketplace of the league.
The trade deadline too is always like a specific day, like January 10th or whatever.
Yeah.
So like you got to solidify your roster by that day, and you can't make any more trades after that day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the trade deadline's coming up, and I forget what day it is. Let's just say we thought the deadline was on the 13th. So the 13th's coming around, and it was actually on the 14th. So I think the deadline time of that day was after practice, or like 12 o'clock. So we finished practice, and before practice we were like, or like days before that, we're joking around with each other like, man, like don't know who's safe, never know who's safe. And then after practice that day, we were like, we made it through.
It's always like right at the wire, all the boys are like, oh fuck, am I gonna get traded? Hey,
exactly.
Like, you have everyone's like looking around, and then there's like always like one guy on your team where you're like, fuck, hey, I wonder if he's gonna get dished.
Yeah. So me and Franny are joking around. We're like, oh yeah, like made it through finally. And then little do we know the deadline's the next day.
Yeah, they still got a whole day here, boys.
So we like get undressed. We're stallmates, so we like get undressed. I'm gonna go do like get some work done on my shoulder, my elbow, whatever. I come out and I'm about to leave the ring to go to my apartment, and I like see Franny on the phone, and I'm like, hey, like you need a ride? And he's like, oh, 1 second. So I'm like, okay. Like thinking, okay, yeah, give me a sec. I'll hop in the vehicle. We'll go back to the apartment. I see him coming towards my driver's side door, so I like roll down the window. He's like, yeah, I just got dished.
Fuck.
I was like, wait, what? He's like, yeah. I'm like, I thought the deadline is today. He's like, no, it's tomorrow. So we just sat there, looked at each other, and like I was sad because it was one of my boys, but we just started laughing.
Yeah, like you're like, fuck it, that's ironic.
It's like, dude, there's no chance. We were just like, oh yeah, we're safe. And like 20 minutes later, he gets dished.
Extend the lease, on the apartment there.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, yeah, no, I got traded to Atlanta. Like coaches, like the whole spiel when you get traded, like coaches this and that. He's excited. I'm like,
yeah,
dude, that sucks, man. Like I'm so sorry. I felt bad for about a week.
Yeah,
but that's just how it goes. You can't. I noticed in junior, you can't get too attached to anybody because they can be out of there.
Yeah.
The next, and then like it's a business. You got to be able to be like, man, good playing with you, best of luck, but then you just got to keep moving on.
The first time I ever got traded, and this is the only time I had a short little career, whatever, 4 years.
Still a good career though.
But
come on.
Yeah, having fun, 4 years of fucking around, having fun with the boys, But the only time I ever got traded out of nowhere, it wasn't even really that out of nowhere. It was like, so the trade deadline happens. And then once playoffs kind of end and whoever wins the league or whatever, it's like probably about a week or so after that, you can start making new trades and shit and getting the season ready for the next year.
Yeah.
So I played that whole year in Thunder Bay. We played 3 games the whole year because of COVID.
Yeah.
All we did was fucking partied. The Timberwolves, like the university team, weren't even there.
Oh,
they didn't
really?
They didn't even have the team that year.
Oh, yeah. No, they, like, U Sports, I remember that. Because my roommate was like, yeah, I'm going to, like, my 5th, technically 6th year. I was like, how? Oh, added year in COVID.
year.
I'm like,
yeah,
you'll be here for almost 10 years.
How
I could
super ultra vet.
I couldn't do that for a year. I couldn't imagine doing that for 5.
Yeah, but so it was like, it was cool, like playing there, and then that year too, the OHL wasn't even a thing either. So there was a lot of OHL guys that were in the league and shit, mainly local Thunder Bay guys.
That was, I swear, that COVID year was one of the craziest years because the SJ was basically like WHL.
There was
2.0.
like AHL guys in the fucking SJ, like
it was insane.
And the
like,
MJ too.
We had Brett Kemp, who, like, he was a dub guy, but he was getting ready to sign like an AHL deal and stuff.
Yeah.
And Nolan Meyer, and I'm looking at like Cole Fonstad. He went to the A like the next year.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude.
Cole Fonstad's like fucking had like 100 points in the dub.
Yeah, and he's just ripping around in Estevan, and I'm playing in York, and I'm just like, this is insane.
Yeah.
Because we had Jackson Berezowski the next year. He scored like 50 goals in the dub. I'm just like, this is insane. Like I was honestly hoping the whole year kind of went like that.
Yeah.
But then the SJ shut down, the
all
WHL.
the shutdowns and the waiting and all that bullshit.
Then the dub kicked back up, but I still look back and think like that would have been one of the best years for the SJ.
Yeah.
Because like all the talent that was playing, I remember guys were just going to teams like as package deals. Like Reese Newkirk and Jaden DeRoe went to Melville together. I'm just like, you guys are going to Melville? Like,
just a couple of fucking stallions.
Yeah, them two, and I forget his first name, but Thompson, he's a coast goalie now. I'm just like, dude, this is a joke. This is like unreal, but this is a sick joke.
Yeah.
And season got shut down, shocker, but yeah, it was fun. But no, like I was saying, that year in Thunder Bay, like I said earlier, I went there to go play 4 years and get hopefully an opportunity at the coast. And I thank God and everything in between it happened the way it did, because who knows, maybe I'm still in Thunder Bay if I didn't leave, because that summer I ended up getting the tryout for Tulsa, and then I get an SPHL contract, and then all I needed was a foot in the door with Tulsa, and then I end up making the team, go over to Finland, and now I'm going into my 3rd year in the coast, where now I'd be going into my 4th year of U Sports. So, like, who knows?
It's crazy to think, right? Like, where, like, potentially you could just be still there, getting ready to go there again.
Exactly.
Right?
Like, I'd be going into my 4th year, and yeah, cool. I'd be able to have my degree, but my whole life I've always wanted to be a pro hockey player. And like just knowing what I know now, like going into my third year of the coast and being like I wouldn't say a veteran because like you're not a vet until you hit
Still a young guy.
Yeah, still a young guy, but like I almost have 100 games in the league, and this is technically my third season, so I've seen it all. And just seeing how hard it is for some guys to adjust and guys get called up and make the league and make the team, it's just so nice knowing that I have that experience kind of 3 years ahead, because some of the guys that are going to finish up their year that I was rookies with that might come into the coast, they're going to be rookies, and I'll be like 150 games in, which is nice.
Yeah, 150 games of experience and all that stuff. And
oh, dude, that league's a grind. It's so much fun, though. Oh, dude. The coast is... A lot of people, like, have a bunch of stories of the coast, and they're all true. It's such a fun league, man. I can't stress it enough.
Yeah, eh?
It's like some of the chirps, it's just the road trips. All the road trips with the boys. You have guys who are married, they have wives and kids. Then you have some of the guys who are single with all the stories from the weekends. And
those old boys, like those old vets, are the fucking beauties, man. Like those are the ones I look for. Like when I go play, like I played like senior AAA baseball. And a lot of the guys are older guys that played college and shit in the same college league that I played in, and it's just funny to hear those guys talk and fucking like those guys have the funny stories.
They have all the stories, and they're so funny because it's almost like they're living their youth through the young guys, so they always want to hear the stories because they have their wives and kids. Then some of them will tell their stories from when they were younger and like when they played in the league and how crazy it was or what happened on a weekend when they were that young. And you just kind of like...
Some of the fucked trades that they've been a part of and all that shit.
I was playing with a guy named Mike McKee over in Tulsa, and he's in his 30s. He's going into, I think, his 9th year in the league. And he was just he was one of our captains. He was the captain the year before when I was there, and then like they just went with assistants the next year. And this guy just, every time we were in the room, he's laughing, joking around with the boys. He's got a wife and like 800 dogs at his place.
Really, eh?
And he's just like loving every story. He's crying, laughing at the young
enjoying
guys. Exactly. He's getting towards his, I think he's early, close to mid-30s, so he's just soaking it all in. And I'd always look at Big Mike and I'd be like, that's exactly how I want to be at that age. So we actually, with Adirondack, we signed a more veteran team this year. We have a lot of, like, we just signed a guy who's about to have the most games played in ECHL history.
Really?
So we have him, a few other vets, so it's just going to be such a fun year.
Fucking, what's his name?
Justin Taylor.
Let's take a peek at this guy.
Because I remember a couple days ago, our new head coach, because we just signed a new head coach and assistant coach. So our new head coach did
He's got the vintage pick on the Elite, eh?
That's insane.
That's an old pick, man. Played for the Kalamazoo Wings back in the day.
I was probably like in Pee Wee.
Yeah.
When he took that picture. But I think he has like 863 games or something like that.
So, let's see. His name is Justin Taylor. Played in the OHL for the career OHL London Knights guy. He had like almost 200 and something games, regular season games with the London Knights. And he was the captain. About a point per game in his career. And then... Yeah, Kalamazoo Wings, that's what that picture's from 2010. So we would be like not even in Pee Wee yet.
That's insane. You said 2010.
Yeah, 2010, 2011 season.
Gosh.
Played, he's played like fucking like almost 10, or no, way more. Played like 15 straight seasons in the coast. Yeah, that's pretty sick. He was with the Tulsa Oilers too for a bit.
He texted me. He was in Tulsa too?
Yeah, for 45 games.
He actually
62 games.
62?
Yeah.
That's almost a full season. He texted me this summer. I've just been kind of like making sure everything's running smooth in the group chat. So like me, Wheels, actually we play with Marty Broder's son.
Okay.
Jeremy.
That's cool.
One of the biggest beauties in the world. A bunch of the boys from last year, we made a group chat, and then I kind of started just adding all the guys, the new signings. I DM them, throw them in the grouper, and then just kind of making sure like everything's run smooth, because last year in Adirondack, it was the most tight-knit group I've ever played with, and a lot of the boys are so excited for this year and just want to have it like that again. So we're making sure this group chat's going well. And JT actually texted me yesterday. He said, hope all's well. Going to be a long message with a bunch of questions. He just kind of asked, like, are the apartments furnished? Is there a booster club, like, with snacks and stuff? Is there a kitchen set up in the rink? Is there chapel? Like, would you want to set one up if not? And then she said, long-winded, no rush on the reply. And he's bringing in his wife and kid, so like just knowing we're gonna have a leader like that, knowing like he's texting a bunch of the boys. Even yesterday, I was like, anybody? Hold up, I don't know who this is, but I'm getting a call from Saskatoon.
Go for Gervais.
I'll wait. That can wait. But yeah, just having a leader like him be on the team and just asking questions. And guys were joking around in the group chat yesterday about like what movies we're gonna watch and like
on the bus,
the rookie duties and stuff like that. So like I'm so excited to I drive down on the 20th because I have Utica's AHL camp.
Right. I wanted to ask you about that too.
Yeah. So I have that, and then see how it goes from there on. Hoping to try get as much of the experience as I can and try make an impact. And
yeah, man.
Try to get that two-way deal.
Are you thinking of scrapping?
100%.
100%.
Like, I'm going into it with the same mindset I did with Tulsa, because it was just a PTO. And when I went to camp, I was almost like a filler, it felt like, because they had all their guys. But I did well in the training camp, and then in the preseason game, I ended up scoring, and then I tried fighting Allen's captain, and their coach wouldn't let him on the ice to fight me because I'm just a call-up guy, like camp invite, so like what's the point? And after I tried fighting him, that shift, he got pulled off the ice. We go down, I end up scoring, I go through the flyby, I look at their coach, and I'm like, you should have let him fight me. And one of their guys like comes after me. The captain jumps the bench, comes, and this whole scrum happens. I'm like laughing the whole time, and I feel like that helped get me noticed a little better.
Yeah.
So I don't know if Utica has preseason games this year, like whatnot. So whatever I can do in camp to get noticed this year, I'm gonna do my best, because like I said, when I was at Lakehead, I wouldn't have ever thought I was going to get an AHL tryout. So I'm going to just do everything I can to not just be there to go skate and say I did it. I want to do everything I can to
take advantage of it.
Yeah, because
I love that.
Even when I was in Tulsa 2 years ago, like in AHL, even trying to get a hold of AHL teams, my agent said was impossible. So even a camp seemed so far out of reach. But now that it's finally here, the last, like all summer, this is the most I've trained my entire life in the summer, and just getting my strength, conditioning, keeping it at a peak level before I go is something I haven't really done as much in the summer. So right now I'm just so excited for it, because growing up, everybody always wants to go to the NHL, and then you think of the A, and it's literally one step below, and just being able to have the opportunity to go there is, like, it's not something I want to take lightly.
No, fucking rights, man. I love it. And then you saying how you kind of take that getting health bombed in Thunder Bay and just use it. You know what I mean? And like I hear so many stories about guys like with the pity parade and then I went there and I was getting health bombed and I was so far from home and I just said fuck it.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, but those, you get guys who really have the passion and really. You know, I'm honestly not one of those guys when it came to hockey. I fucking struggled with like really wanting to get better and really wanting to, but see guys who can fucking actually take the health bombs and take the getting fucking, you know, like not playing a bunch and use it. Those are the guys that end up lasting and have good careers. And me and my roommate, Ducky, he's a big hockey guy. Me and him were talking too about a certain player who he committed D1, and then as soon as he basically got told he wasn't going to be in the top 4 pairing, he's just like, well, fuck it, I'm just going to go play U Sports. And it's just like, yeah, like you're never going to make a career.
Yeah, no, you have
You're
to.
not going to get better by making sure you're the guy all the time.
Exactly.
Like, so that's why I say, like, fuck, man, take advantage of that as much as you can. It sounds like you're definitely going to.
Yeah.
And then if you know, any sniff of opportunity, fucking try and take advantage of it, because there's
100%.
guys that don't. And then, you know, you might have a guy too who's going to that camp who's already been to camp 3 times.
Yeah.
And maybe this summer he fucking didn't do fuck all. And he's taking it lightly.
Exactly.
And then you just show up and you fucking, that's the guy that you knock out and fucking.
Yeah, I like,
you know,
I always, like, even with our ECHL camp coming up, because like I've always known a lot of guys who are just like, yeah, camp's gonna be light, don't worry about it. But like, I always go into a camp thinking I need to make the team.
Right.
Like, I don't care if I was on the team the year before. Like, I'm not just going to skate around. I'm not just going to like
chip on your shoulder.
Yeah,
fucking
exactly.
got the mentality, right? Like you have to.
We were a last place team last year. Like, it's not like our coaches, like our new coaches, are gonna be like, oh yeah, he's coming back just because like he was liked. Like, I want to be able to be out there and show them, hey, I want to be here. This is my passion. Like,
I don't want to come in fucking last. I want to be on this team, but we're not coming in last this year.
Yeah, like having that, like you said, that chip on your shoulder, and just, I've always been taught to go in hungry, because like on the reserve, my grandpa and our family struggled a bunch, so he always taught me like, don't take any opportunity lightly. And then he really helped me out. My family's helped me out with like going through adversity and not quitting, because we've went through a lot of adversity on the reserve and in life. So I'm just like, when it comes to hockey, I'm like, I've been through worse. And I just keep telling myself that. Like, I used to always have up until honestly Thunder Bay, I used to always have the poor me attitude. Like, oh, like this coach didn't like me, or oh, I didn't play because of that. And then in Thunder Bay, I was just like, hey, like this isn't going to get me anywhere. So I just started working my ass off, doing what I could in the gym to get my strength up, and then I started seeing results, and I just kept on doing it. I'm like, oh, I guess when they say hard work gets rewarded, I mean, I guess it's true. So all summer, this, like I said, this is the most I've worked out all summer, the most I've trained all summer. I'm like, in my head, it's going to reward you. And then next thing you know, 2 weeks ago, I get a call, say, hey, you're going to an AHL camp. And I just kind of was taken back, and I'm like, hey, well, exactly.
That's that big man, baby.
The big man upstairs. Yeah, God always has a plan, and it felt like him sending me to Thunder Bay was the plan the whole time. And when I went home for Christmas, I had, like I said, I had that huge breakdown. I went to church, and when I went to church, I sat in the front row, and I was so emotional the whole time. And whenever I go in public speak, I always tell this part, because I was sitting in the front row and they asked if anybody wanted to, because it's a small church on a reserve, so like you always have about 20 people in there. It felt like something was like pushing my chair from behind and like telling me go up and speak. And
which is crazy, eh? First time in there, eh?
I've been there before, but that was my first time like being like, hey, I really need to go.
I need to go for me right now.
Because before, like, my grandpa would be like, come to church, and I'd go. Right. And so I've been to the church a lot, but that was the first time I was like, I need to go. I've always been raised as a Christian. I need to go, like, solidify and be with my faith. So, like, it felt like something was pushing me. And at this point, I've been public speaking for years. I have no problem speaking in front of crowds. I get up there. Immediately as I start talking, I just started crying. And it was so overwhelming. And after that, it felt like a huge weight was lifted off my shoulders. This is the pastor, Pastor Ernie, my grandpa, and a bunch of family members prayed for me. And then after that, it was a huge weight lifted, and years before that, it was just up and down years of hockey, up and down, and then since then, it's just been like, yeah, I've had some injuries here and there that I've healed from, which are nice, but like the year after that, I went to Tulsa, and then I went to Finland, and then now I'm going to an AHL camp. So it feels like since then it's just been on an upward trajectory. And I honestly, they always say your faith gets tested. So whenever you start coming back to God or find that epiphany or anything like that, you are going to get tested.
Every day.
So my big test, and in my head I was like, I wonder if I'm going to get that test. Because I was so strong in my faith. I was going to the gym. I was doing this. I was cutting out all the bad habits. And that's when that concussion happened, like the bad concussion. So it was almost like, hey, we're going to see if you're going to keep your faith or if you're going to buckle. So I kept my faith, and ultimately, thank the Lord, I was rewarded for it. So I just go in every day.
Amen, baby.
With that mentality, and each and every day I want to get better. And now I'm training kids, training my little brother who's an insane baseball player.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I'm just kind of have new passions. Instead of going out, I like training them. And when I'm not at the gym or on the ice or doing a public speaking engagement or at a hockey event, I'm in my apartment playing Marvel Rivals. That's legit what my life is right now, and I couldn't be any happier.
An amazing feeling having people pray for you, hey?
It's insane.
And what an amazing feeling of that relief and that weight coming off your shoulders, and literally feeling God kind of, be like, think like you're okay, like take a deep breath, and then you, like you said, you get up on that stage and immediately it's like a flood of emotions, right?
Yeah.
I'm like getting like almost kind of, I can relate to it, like having that moment with God kind of where you're like, for me, I had like a defining day or night even where I was at a point where I had quit hockey. I only quit hockey and was only done playing sports because I got a serious concussion, cracked my head open, got in a fight against some fighter. I was playing college in Kamloops. Yeah. Got in a fight with some fighter who played on Weyburn. He's like this big tall fucker, and we fought, and I stepped on something at the end of the fight. Yeah. Completely slipped out and just like cracked my head. And at that point, I had lots of concussions, and that one was by far like just crazy symptoms, like crazy. So I had to hang him up after that, and ultimately
that's smart though, because like a lot of guys like myself would like just kept going, because like my last like 3 concussions ago, I said one more and I'm done. But my last one, same thing. Like my symptoms lasted like a month and a half until I was able to come back.
Do you suffer from post-concussion syndrome? Clearly I do sometimes. Do you hear the way I just said all that? I actually said, do you suffer from post-concussion syndrome? Either way, this video is sponsored by creatine. Sometimes creatine can actually help with a little bit of brain function, and that one's actually watermelon flavored, so it's delicious. I take it to make myself look a little bit more jacked and give my ligaments a little bit more juice. It also helps with brain power, so yeah, try out the new flavored creatine at Supplement World and use code White Noise for 10% off.
Nowadays, today, like when I come to Saskatoon, I don't have a big friend group. Like obviously, when I see the boys out, like I hang out with Birdo all like a bunch.
Shout out Bird. I went for a skate with him. My first skate in like a year and a half. I went for a skate with him 2 days ago.
In Millis? Yeah, he asked me, he just texted me on the way here. He's like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm heading over to Coos to do a podcast. And I think I'm going to go skate with him tomorrow. But honestly, like my idea of fun back in the day when I'd live in Stoon was, okay, get through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We're going out, we're hanging out, having fun. Now I'm just so content with being in my apartment, hanging out with my little brother, because my little brother, he had a very, very, very rough childhood, and me and him, I see a lot of similarities in our childhood, but now he lives with a really nice family. Like one of his friends from baseball took him in, and their family ended up helping raise him. He's a really good ball player, but he never had, like, I always had my older brother growing up when I was going through my hard times.
Yeah.
But my little brother would only see me in the summers here and there.
Right.
So I made it a big thing this summer that we were going to hang out a bunch. I was going to train him a bunch. And I remember him saying 2 days ago, he's like, dude, this is the most we've hung out, I think, ever. I was like, well, hey, you're forgetting, like, when you were younger, we lived with each other.
Yeah.
But he's like, okay, aside from when we lived with each other. And that was just like, that made me feel so good, because back then when I lived here in Saskatoon with him, most he'd see me is like when I'm waking up after a night out with the guys, or when I'm sneaking in. Yeah, and I that's not the image I wanted to show my little brother.
No, right?
And now, like, that he's getting to the age, he's turning 15. He
looks, I've seen him on your Snapchat. He looks so much older than 14.
That's what everybody says too.
I thought he was like 17.
He legit looks like he's a 20-year-old man sometimes. And
that's crazy.
He's like 5'10" already. He's got the height genetics. He's got the athleticism. He's like the whole total package. But the one thing you can't teach is his work ethic that I wish I had when I was 14. Like, he doesn't...
Right? It's like that one thing, eh? It's like, fuck, I wish I worked harder when I was young, but I was too busy playing fucking NHL Slapshot on the Wii.
Yeah. I literally tell that too. I'm like, dude, if I had your work ethic, who knows if I'd be up a level or two.
Yeah.
But he's so driven and focused that he, like, all he wants to do is work out, get home, be on the Xbox, and then go to school, go to ball, work out, and do it all over again. Because he's getting to the age where some of his friends are starting to, like, remember when we were 14, 15, that's when you start going out.
Yeah.
You start going to parties. He has no desire to do that, and it just makes me really proud, especially the way he had to be raised. Like,
right.
It could always go a lot of different ways, but obviously I'm not going to compare this kid to LeBron, but I've been like, that's insane. But I listen to a lot of audiobooks, and I just recently started LeBron's.
Yeah.
And the way my little brother was raised and the way LeBron was raised, so LeBron lived with his mom. His mom was poor. His dad left him. His mom had to give up LeBron to a family so he can go to this school and play sports. Then finally, he moved in with his mom. He went to this school and he prospered. My little brother, same thing. Our mom dealt with drug issues, had to give him up to his family so he can play sports and everything. And the drive he has, I'm just like, oh my goodness. Obviously, he's not going to be one of the most influential black people in the world. Maybe he is. Who knows? But, like,
yeah, who knows?
Who knows? But after listening to the audiobook, I was like, damn, this kid's on the
similarities,
same path. Like, there's a lot of similarities, but I just keep telling him, stay driven, stay focused, and he's just like, you don't have to worry about that.
He hit a few homers, representing Team Sask.
Yeah. He's actually at Nationals. He said he didn't do the best, but he also played provincials and westerns the weekend before and the weekend before, so he was just gassed by the time he went to Team Sask. But
those are like more than physically draining, because those are mentally draining weekends, because those are like high intensity. Like, provincials is a little less. Once you win provincials, you go to westerns, which is Western Canada, and then once you play that, it's like every game is fucking. Well, it's just every game is super important in those tournaments, but it's like mentally, like, you have to be like, because whatever, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I can see how you'd be a little fatigued heading into the third weekend, like, going into the Nationals.
He's very good mentally, but he's just like me and my brother, where we're very hard on ourselves. Not him as much, because he'll be hard on himself for like 5 seconds and lock back in. Whereas me and my brother would be a little more like, you got to do this better, you got to do this better, whatever. And then, like, you can just tell, because he is one of the players that they leaned on the most, him and this other kid, George. so you can kind of see it was getting draining, and then he had to get on a flight to PEI to go do it all over again, where he's one of the better players on Team Sask, so he's got to go through the mental thing of, okay, like, Team Sask, I have to play good. Now he got a week break, and now he's back into U18. Barry's, like,
nice.
He's at the academy, like the Barry's Academy, and they're doing the whole U18 AAA where they have like the 3 teams, and he's in tryouts yesterday and today. So you can just tell, like, the weekend off, he spent the weekend, we hit legs. Then I downloaded the show for him on my Xbox because he doesn't play console too much at his house. That kid was on that game for, I think, 8 hours one day, and he had, like, nobody on his team. He had a full team of 99s. I'm like, check my phone.
It's like, it's been 8 hours.
It's like, did I just get a credit card payment? Like, how do you have this team? He's just like, just been grinding.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, man. But no, it's nice having that relationship back with my brother that I felt like I was losing. So that's why every summer, like, now that I come back to Saskatoon with more of a focus on hockey and training rather than, like, before it was I'm moving to Stoon to be with my friends and go out. So now that I'm more focused, I feel like it'll be more rewarding.
Yes, sir. No, that's awesome. Like, being able to do that, see your family, see your brother, train with him, have fun. Like, I looked at your stories this summer and was like, oh, it looks like a lot of fun, and he's going to remember that and appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm hoping
just like you do too, right?
Yeah,
like,
exactly. My brother is still to this day, he's my best friend. So and that all stemmed from us being on the ODR, him showing me little things here and there.
Like, your older brother?
Yeah, my older brother. So
what's his name?
Caleb. He just turned 30. Jeez.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck, I'm like 24 too. I totally thought that you were a year older than me for some reason.
No.
And you're actually a little bit younger than me.
Yeah, a couple months. I don't turn 24 till November.
Yeah.
So, jeez. I got
later birthday too, eh?
Yeah.
So.
I got to soak in these next couple months before the old 2-4 hits.
Yeah, you could almost be an 02, like, a couple months off of an 02.
I thought,
which is crazy. I just always thought that you were older than me. Like, I've known who you are for, like, a little while. I've actually known who you are since you fought my buddy Lee's.
Yeah.
And that was a big fight.
That's still one
that's another, like, you, that one gets mentioned.
Canon event. Yeah, almost every talking thing or podcast I do, the fight with Leisure comes up.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people don't know that we fought in preseason before that.
Okay.
And I remember same thing. He must have had that hunger because he was, I think, 15, turning 16. And in preseason, like, Gervais, we're going. I was like, what the fuck? What do you mean?
Who the fuck are you?
I was like, what do you mean we're going? And he's like, this puck drops, we're going.
15-year-old.
I was just like, okay. And he was 15, I was 17. So he dropped the puck. We were swinging away, and, like, he had me like this, and I threw one last punch. He slipped, fell back. It looked like I got the better of him, but I knew he just slipped. So Vancouver comes to Portland. We're having our, like, Veteran Day game, so the place is packed. We're in the Moto where the Trailblazers play. And I'm like, Lisa, let's go again. He's like, no. And I'm like, dude, look at this crowd. Like, let's do it. And he's like, okay. Toe-to-toe, center ice. It was insane. Squared off. It was probably one of the best fights I've ever been in. And, dude, I legit remember being in the box, and I got
chills right now.
I looked at him, and I was like, I looked him dead in the eye in the penalty box. I was like, you're going to be one of the toughest kids in this league in a few years. Because I was turning 18. He was just turning 16. I'm like,
he's young.
You are going to be one of the toughest guys in this league. But he carved out a pretty good dub career, junior career in the SJ, and man, I have nothing but respect for him. That guy's a gamer.
Yeah, shout out to Lee's. Fucking, I met him because we'd go to Flin Flon all the time, and I met him at a party, and he's just a beauty, nice guy, and a real solid hockey player.
Yeah, that's all I've heard. There's no other reason he would have got the C in Flin Flon. Like,
right.
That's a pretty huge honor. But
yeah,
no, he seems like, I haven't really met him too much. Just heard things through other people, but he seems like a stand-up guy, and that's usually how, like, most of the tough guys are too.
Totally. That's kind of like, people always said that to me. Like, I was the kind of guy that I wanted to play like Matthew Tkachuk and fucking Marchand, and but I'm also like pretty big, like 6'3", 200 is what I
Yeah.
was kind of playing at. So I was like, I want to intimidate, and I also want to be like a cunt. Like, I don't want anybody to want to come play here and be like okay with having to play against me. You know what I mean? That's the way that I fucking have
That's
my
a
mentality.
lost art too. That's exactly how I want to play, and it seems like guys just don't want to do that anymore.
It's kind of crazy, like, or even like how many guys you meet and whatever, but how many guys you meet who are like terrified to fight.
Yeah.
I've fought like close to 20 times when I played junior in college, and I swear, like, I only got tagged like maybe 5-6 times.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you get really tagged and you're like, whew, but then you just keep going.
Yeah, the ones
and
where
even
like you feel it, but you keep on. Same thing. I've
like
only,
a lot of the time you're just fucking, and it's just nobody really gets fucking smoked. You know what I mean?
That's one thing too. Like, since I kind of established my identity in pro and how I want to play, and it's like a lot of guys come in thinking they're going to be McDavid, or a lot of guys are like, I'm going to put up these many points. I just wanted to do whatever I could to make the team, so I knew I was going to have to fight. Like, I'm not, like, I could be an asshole, but I can also stick up for my teammates whenever it is, and like, I made it kind of
answer the bell too.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Nothing
like,
worse than a little shit out there who's like running his mouth, like, especially when they're on your team.
Yeah.
One kid's running his mouth, but then can't back it up and expects you to do it. And it's like,
the
fuck,
worst.
buddy, like, fucking fuck off. Like, shut your mouth.
Dude,
because you deserve what's coming at you.
There was a few times where, like, not this year, but I remember, like, guys would be chirping, and I'm just like, I'm not fighting this one for you. Like, especially who you're chirping, like, you got it. Like, I'll fight him, but on my terms.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing, like, I don't care who it is. I made it kind of known this year. I fought one of the heavies, Anthony Collins, one of the toughest guys in the league. He got the better of me, but I kind of made it like, I'll fight anybody in the league. I don't care if I get smoked. I just want it to be known, like, I'm not afraid of anybody.
Yeah.
But all the tough guys in the league, like, I've talked to Nico Blatchman, Yannick Turcotte. Like, these guys are heavies, and they're nails. And
fucking
all of
nail
them are
gun.
stand-up guys.
Yeah, like, beauties, right?
Almost every heavyweight, they know each other. Like, they talk to each other. But there's that code. Like, if you touch our star, I'm going to have to go after you. And it's just like...
Or your star, right?
Yeah.
I used to be that guy. Like, I used to be that guy who would be like, okay, fucking 17's like leading their team in points, and then so is 14. And I'd be like, okay, I'm going to just fucking pick on these two all game.
Yeah.
And if anybody wants to do anything about it, they can.
Exactly.
And if not, like, there'd be times where it's like, holy fuck, how did they beat those guys? But it's because
the intimidation
we got
factor.
like, their top line is like, doesn't want to even like, because they're not even used to maybe even getting chirped at. And I used to be the kind of guy that would be like, okay, I'm looking over their roster, they don't have any big boys. Be like, okay, 17 and 18 are gonna get hit all night, and they're gonna get fucking, I'm gonna fucking kill you if you fucking, you know. That's how I was. But and then the whole reason why I was even saying that was because I would go meet guys after at the bar, and they'd be like blown away at how I'm like a nice guy. They're like, dude, I fucking like hated you. Yeah, like, I thought you were the biggest piece of shit. But I was kind of like, I was the kind of guy too where I was like, I would take chirps too far too. Like, I would just like
there's
attack
a lot of
guys on their fucking about their
as long
fucking
as you leave
weight.
it on the ice. As long as you leave it on the ice.
That's what it was for me though. It was purely on the ice. And I would never take. I remember I played in Pee Wee. We played against this team and beat them in playoffs. Pee Wee hockey, so obviously everybody's young and dumb.
Yeah.
And I'm like blowing guys up. I knew that I was always skilled at lining guys up and hitting guys.
That's also an art that a lot of people don't
It is
have.
an art, and I'm like, that's what I'm good at. And I'd be able to line guys up open ice all the time, and fucking, so did that all series, and fucking, because our Pee Wee, we had hitting our first year Pee Wee, and then they took it out, eh?
Dude.
Yeah, so anyways, so we beat these guys. And we go to the next round of playoffs, and dude, like, these fucking losers pardon my language, these guys wouldn't fucking leave me alone, man. After we beat them in playoffs, it was like all summer they're commenting on my Instagram, DMing me,
That's
adding
crazy.
me. It's crazy.
Well, I guess when you're, 13?
Yeah, just dumb shit, right? Like 13-year-olds, immature as fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just remember that, like, went on for months, man. Like, they'd like make a group chat on like Instagram and then add me into it and then just try and roast me. And I just like, you guys are fucking clearly like get over me already. Like, holy fuck.
Build a bridge.
Yeah, yeah.
I would, you know what I would have been like? I would have just been like, you're just adding fuel to the fire for next year.
Yeah, like
you're gonna get it even worse.
No, it was cooked.
That's why, like, okay, you're going back and saying like, I wonder how this team beat this team. That's one thing that I loved about Adirondack is we had the toughest team in the league.
Nail guns, eh?
We had like 3 heavyweights.
I love playing on teams like that too.
Like in Tulsa, we had like me, the captain from last year. Like he was one of our skill guys, but he'd fight here and there. Didn't want him to fight. Like Big Mike McKee I was talking about earlier, he had to fight for like 7 years, so he was over it. So it was honestly just me and like 2 other guys.
Yeah.
But like the one guy got injured or the other guy would get injured, so it would just be me, and I was so sick of having to fight all the time. And then you get to Adirondack where the heavies are screaming at this guy, and I'm like,
yeah.
I can play free and I can still be a rat. But
right?
At the same time, if they think I can't back it up, I can fight whenever I want. So it was the perfect scenario. And this year too, we have a couple heavies coming in, which is nice because like I'll be able to play the exact same way. But I remember like one of my favorite times of the year is when college guys come up and they think they can chirp like they're in college.
Yeah, because they've wore a cage in a bubble the last 4 years.
And dude, there was this one kid
bop! Oh, this punch you right in the fucking mouth.
Legit. There was this one kid on Indy who was running his mouth. Then we were just like, who is this kid? And then finally I skated by their bench and I was just like, you keep running your mouth like that, there's going to be repercussions. You're not in college anymore. He's like, what are you going to do? I was like, you can find out sooner or later from me or any one of the boys.
Yeah, fuck, there's a few of us that'll tune you, buddy.
And I ended up fighting one of his teammates, a bigger guy, because like that game got so heated and chippy. And then like I just remember giving it to him afterwards because like when stuff started to get really chippy and when scrums started to happen, he wasn't anywhere to be found. Like he was not in there.
Yeah, and then you're just
and I think that was
to him for
I think
being
that was
soft.
his wake up call for the coast. He's like, oh, like this is like the stories are true. Like this is actually like a gritty league. Like,
yeah,
you got to be able, if you're running your mouth in that league, you got to be able to back it up.
Right.
Or else your teammates are going to be like, dude, shut up.
Shut up, dude. Yeah.
Going to get, like, I'm going to have to fight and I'm going to hate you for it. Like, I'll do it. There's a lot of the guys are stand-up guys, but at the same time, just like, I don't want to fight for you. Like, if you get blown up or if you get hit from behind, completely different story.
Yeah.
We'll fight for you anytime, like, in that circumstance. But if you're running your mouth and a guy jumps you and you have to jump in there, it's just like,
You've been asking for it.
yeah.
You've been asking for it. Now you're getting kind of what you've been asking for. It's like, what, I'm going to step in for you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I get that too. I remember when I was on Thunder Bay, man, it was to the point where I was like, you know what, man? Like, I was just struggling with my teammates. Like,
Yeah.
there was a big, like, rookie vet thing there that was like,
That's
we
the
barely
worst.
had any vets at all. Like, we had like pretty much 1 or 2 vets.
Really?
Yeah, because it was a weird year, and so there was only like 4 guys who actually had like junior A games like the year before that.
Yeah.
Because we were young, and anyways, yeah, it was just like a really clicky, weird fucking. So it was always chirps, and like not the kind of chirps that's like, oh yeah, like, oh, nice
Like
fucking
legit.
teeth, buddy. It's just like, yeah, like, fuck, have you gotten
Gutting
any
each other?
better at hockey yet? Like, fucking oil.
Were you guys successful that year?
We were like the best team in the league, but we only played 4 games. Like, it was
I guess.
Yeah, and it was like not even real hockey, no hitting and no fighting and all that
Dude,
shit. So it
that's-
was like, that's where I really struggled. Was like, I went there as a fighter and an enforcer and a hitter and all that shit, and now I'm playing and it's like I'm forced to try and only use my skill now.
Yeah.
And it was like, geez, like I'm usually, my A game is like
Being
hitting,
physical.
fighting, being physical, getting guys on their heels.
Yeah.
And my B game is like getting the odd assist, getting the odd goal, and
Exactly.
getting, 2-3 shots a game maybe. Whereas so I went there and struggled, and then guys would see that and they'd just be like, fucking, I think that they kind of got that, like, why are you even here? Like,
And that's the worst,
and
too.
it was, and I felt that too. Like, I felt like I was like, fuck, like, I can't even do what I came here to be doing, like, and
You're just like, you boys are lucky there's no hitting right now.
Oh, dead ass. And I would fucking hit guys in practice just so I could be like, fucking, hey, this is what I'm good at. Like, fuck you guys.
Yeah.
Like, this one kid on our team played the year before in the MJ, and he was a local and just so cocky to me, man, all the time.
That's the worst too.
Yeah, they threw us on, like, he was on the power play and I was on PK and we were working on that.
Yeah.
And he got the puck in the corner and he kind of had to turn around to get it. And I just jumped at him and fucking like smoked him into the wall and then took the puck and just ripped it down, right? And he was so choked at me, man. And I'm just like, well, let's fucking go.
Dude.
And he was like our best player and I fucking smoke him, fucking, he's like, fuck you, fucking blah, 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 fucking hit me in practice. I'm like, let's fucking go then. Like, and then the GM loved me.
Yeah.
Because he was a fighter and he was the guy who ran the whole squad. So we get this guy from Nipawin. He's coming and he shows up and he's all fucking, oh yeah, how many times have you fought? How many times have you fought? Blah, blah, blah. And so we're all, I fucking was like, yeah, boys, we'll all go grab wings. So we all go to Wacky Wings there in Thunder Bay.
Wackies? Dude. Unreal spot.
Yeah. And this buddy, he's like, just got traded to our team. He's maybe done one practice. So who's the fucking tough guy on the team?
Oh my gosh.
And everybody looks over at me and I'm like, what's up, man, I guess. And he's just like, oh, like how many times have you fought? And I was like, fuck, I don't know, like at this point, like about 11 times. And then he's like, oh, should we go tomorrow and practice? And we practice at 7 a.m.
Oh yeah, I remember that because we'd be getting to the rink and the boys would be getting off.
Yeah, 7 a.m. and fucking, so I'm like, you want to fight me at 7 a.m.? Sure. I was like, whatever. At this point, I hadn't fought in front of the team.
Yeah.
It was like December. And then
Oh
nobody
my
had seen
gosh,
me
dude.
fight.
Getting at the rink at like 6:30,
Yeah.
cold Thunder Bay winter, and you're just like, I'm going to fight this guy.
I'm going to fight him. So I'm like,
Oh my
called the
gosh.
GM, called the coach. Hey, fuck, we're just grabbed wings there. And that, I won't say his name, buddy there fucking says he wants to fight me tomorrow morning. Can I do it? And they're like, yeah. And I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm going to beat the fuck out of him tomorrow morning. They're like, all right. And fucking, at this point, our GM wasn't coming to like every practice.
Yeah.
Show up that morning, GM's there, assistant GM's there.
Oh my goodness.
Like all the boys are there, man. And I'm just like fucking ready. Like ready. Hadn't fought since like fucking playoffs the year before.
So,
it would have
you
been
got like you're
like
itching.
it had been like 8 months. And like all these guys are fucking waiting to see me fight, and they hadn't seen me fight yet this year.
Yeah.
I signed there as a fighter, like fucking. So me and this guy are fucking getting dressed in the dressing room, and I'm just fucking like staring at him and just fucking putting on my boots. And I'm like, the night before, I'm like watching fucking fight
getting
videos.
ready.
Like I was fucking
You're
ready
amped.
to kill this. I
You're-
was amped. And like just the way he called me out in front of the whole team.
Yeah,
the
that's
day before,
crazy. At
I was
at Wacky Wings.
Fuck you, buddy. Yeah, like let's go. So fucking coaches get us in our colors.
Yeah.
And we're wearing the same color, so we're both wearing fucking gray. And like 5-on-5 drill down fucking in the fucking end zone. And I'm like, hey, let's go. And I'm like, look over at coach. I'm like, we're going. And he's like, okay. Dumps it in, and I just fucking skate right over to him and fucking gave him a hard cross check, like hard as I could, right in the arm, right there. And I was like, okay, let's fucking go. Boosh. And then he's just like, we're on the same team, man. We're on the same team.
Oh my
And I was
gosh.
like, too late now. Dropped him, fucking gave him like 7. Like, and he just like pretty much turtled.
Did he
And
drop
then
his gloves?
Didn't drop his
That's
gloves.
insane.
It was insane. And I just fucking gave him like 5. my thumb, and I got a big fat scar from his visor, and like another one there too. My hand is just bleeding, and I was just like, whoa, like you fucking like that, boys? Like just in practice, like
at 7
in the morning. Like it was probably 7:10, like right at the start. We're skating around, warming up, and he's like shooting pucks, and I'm just stretching, like staring at him.
You're ready
like,
to go.
Like it was like, holy fuck, man.
This kid probably said that, ate his wings, went home, and went to bed like, oh, tomorrow's gonna be a nice practice day.
He didn't even. I guarantee you, he didn't even really think of it. And I was at home just like, fuck this fucking kid.
You're
like,
watching Darcy Tucker.
Oh yeah, dead ass.
7 a.m.
Watching
practice.
Derek Bugard highlights.
Oh my gosh, that's actually unreal.
Yeah, that's a funny story. So he got dished that day.
You got traded.
I beat him up. I skate off the ice and go get my fucking hand taped up.
Yeah.
Come back out, and our practices were an hour or whatever. So come back out for another 20 minutes of practice, and he fucking stayed on the ice the whole time. And then, after the fucking practice, they're like, hey, come over here. Yeah, they fucking traded him.
That's insane.
So he was on the team for one practice or two practices. And fucking, one practice gone. And the second one, meeting all the boys. So who's the tough guy?
You can't ask who's the tough guy and say, oh, should we go in front of the boys?
No shit.
Then turtle.
I was like, who the fuck is this dude? And then I'm thinking too, because the way that he did it all was like, I'm thinking like, I don't know, is this guy going to be a good fighter? Or is he like, you know what I mean? So I'm thinking, because he just had like big fat nuts show up with big fat nuts like that and come home.
Probably,
who's the tough guy?
He probably thought he was the only tough guy.
Yeah, like I don't know what I think honestly what he thought was, he thought he was sick because he was playing in the SJ and wearing a visor because the year before he was in the KI.
Yeah.
And wearing a cage. So he thought he was tough because he was in a visor, I guess. And
dude.
Oh, man, it was too funny. Like, I just, like, remember being proud. And then after that was when everybody kind of was like, okay, he isn't like just a, just a pretender.
You definitely got the respect of the boys.
Yeah, for sure.
And then, it's probably nice too that the boys were there and they heard this guy be like, who's the tough guy?
Oh, it worked. It was great. It was awesome. Like,
Matt, I don't have a who's the tough guy here story, but my brother does. So my brother, him too, he's a fighter.
Okay.
And he's just this, like at the time, coming off the res, going to Brandon Wheat King's camp.
Nice.
And this guy walks in, he goes, who's the tough guy here? Same thing. Bunch of the guys look at my brother. The guy who asked was Michael Furland.
Little different,
A little different. And my brother would fight anybody, but he's like 16 at this time. He's like, I'm not fighting Furland.
Yeah.
I know Furls nowadays just through like getting to know him, but like, and he's the nicest guy ever.
Yeah, he is.
And like he was 100%, he was a vet on Brandon. Like he wasn't doing it as like a cocky thing. He's just going there like, oh, like who's the tough guy?
So what are you guys? Come to try and take my spot here.
Yeah. So like, just knowing back then, my brother was just like, I'm not fighting Furland, dude. Like that's insane. Like just hearing stories like that are always so funny because it either goes one or two ways. Either it's an unreal fight or one guy backs down. And it's so funny that he got dished too.
It was too good that he got dished. Like too good.
That day.
You know what's actually crazy that I forgot to mention? When we went to Wacky's, I picked him up and I drove because I was like, I've always been a leader guy and always been a guy like that. So you were the guy that was like, I was like, yeah, man, we're all getting together. We're all going to Wacky's and come because I'm setting this up. There's going to be about 15 of us that are going. So he's like, okay, for sure. Can you pick me up? Yeah, for sure.
That's
so
insane.
Then he's like, okay, see you tomorrow. I'm just like, I'm going to fucking kill you.
All right, see you tomorrow. I'm going to see you at practice. Like, you're dead.
No, like, he was just like, I think he very nonchalant was like, yeah, let's fight tomorrow. Maybe thinking I wouldn't do it.
But that's all you needed.
Or also didn't realize like how much I needed it and wanted it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like, fuck, bud, you're giving me a fucking gift.
I couldn't imagine.
And I was low-key licking my lips when he said that because he wasn't intimidating at all. Like he was like, I knew I had some weight on him. I knew I had a little bit of height on him. I was like, fuck, man. But then, but he's got the big nuts, so it's he's coming in like that, right? Like he's Michael Furland. And
Yeah, but man, like you gotta back it up if you're gonna say that.
Yeah, turtled, and when he turtled and didn't even drop his gloves, that was when everybody was like, yeah, you're getting traded.
Yeah.
Because I think even when, part of me, and maybe that's not true, I think part of me maybe even thought they're going to see who wins this one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Maybe he beats you and you get
maybe
dished.
I'm dished, right? Yeah, so. But yeah, that was crazy.
Your GM too was probably like, oh man, this is why I brought this kid in.
Yeah, he loved it. Like, he loved it. He loved the way that he loved my mentality on a lot of different things, the leadership stuff.
It's not like you're going around with the boys being like, who wants to go? But this kid comes in and challenges you and you're like, okay, let's do it.
And then called him too. Called him, hey, this happened. I want to go him. Can I go him tomorrow?
Exactly.
Yeah, like, you're going to fight him at 7 in the morning? I'm like, yeah.
Man, I think that's probably one of the best parts of the story too, is it wasn't a 12 p.m. practice. It was right, bright and early. And you still have a whole day ahead. And like, were you in high school at that time or no?
No, I was
19.
19.
Okay.
I was a 19 and he was a 19.
I got in 2 practice fights. I got into one that was like anger and one was set up. Nice. So the first one, they were both in Yorkton too. My first year as a rookie in Yorkton, we had this guy from the T-Bay area actually. Unbelievable dude, great guy, but like that year, me and him would like beef a little bit on the ice. Off the ice, we were boys. And I remember he'd always like be like, oh, I'd beat the piss out of you, this and that. And this is when I first started fighting. And I remember we were doing like a flow drill and I shot it a little too high and it hit off the glass, rimmed around, and it hit our captain in the shoulder. And this guy's like, oh, boy.
That pisses guys off, eh?
Yeah, and like me and our captain had like a pretty good relationship. I was like the little annoying brother with him, always like poking at him when that happened. Like Marky was pissed, but he wasn't like, I'm gonna kill you. But the guy that I ended up fighting, he was like, attaboy, Gervais, attaboy. And I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, oh yeah, big tough guy. I was like, you're such a pretender. And he just dropped his glove. He's like, let's go. Come on. He didn't fight once that year. He's like, come on, let's go. I look at our coach, and he's like, goes like this. So I drop our gloves. It's center ice. And I just grab onto him, and he double hand grabbed. And I remember I hit him with one, and we kind of like just wrestled to the ground. I didn't have the fundamentals at the time.
Right.
But then the next one, we were 1-6, my 20-year-old year, to start the season in the SJ. And me and my buddy Gavin Ingram, his nickname was Rammer. He's like a tough guy. Me and him, like all the vets were getting together. Like, what do we do to show these? Like the rookies were taking it so nonchalant, taking it for advantage, and thinking everything was
1-6.
Yeah, we're 1-6. They're thinking things are sweet in practice, and we were just like, should we fight? And then
nice.
I was like, yeah, let's do it. Why not? It's a battle day, so we're doing like this small area game, and I remember I like shot the puck, the goalie covered it, and I didn't like jam at the goalie. I didn't want to hurt our goalie, obviously, but I gave him like enough of a poke. And then I turned my back immediately after I poked him because I knew he was going to come, and he like cross-checked me. Turned around, we dropped the gloves. Immediately, we just grabbed on, stood in the pocket. It was probably the best fight I've ever been in. It was about 20 seconds of us just punching each other in the face. And
just one of those ones.
Legit. Like, all the boys were fired up. The vets were fired up. Our coaches were happy. Right after, like, good fight, no bad blood. We joked around about it after. Like, I say sometimes, like, the St. Louis Blues proved it. Sometimes you need a practice fight.
Yeah.
Because we actually turned things around. I don't want to say the fight was what did it, but, like, after every game when we were losing, we need to do this better. We need to do this better. But we were just kind of saying it.
Yeah.
And we weren't doing it. So when we finally fought, like, you
set
could
the tone.
You could see the look in some of the rookies' eyes. They're like this. And I was just, they kind of seen how tough we were and how much we wanted it.
Yeah.
And everybody kind of kicked it up a notch, which was unreal. And after that, the year went a lot better. We went to the semifinals and ended up losing to the team that won the league. But like going from 1-6 to that was just sometimes you need a practice fight.
100%.
Like the Blues were last place at that point when they had their practice fight, and then they won the cup.
And they won the cup. Yeah, it's crazy. Full of Saskatchewan boys too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but Sask boys are like Prairie boys are insanely tough. One of the toughest, probably the toughest guy in the league actually in the coast was born in Regina.
Really?
Yeah, his name's Garrett Klotz. His nickname's the Sheriff.
Oh yeah, I bet.
He's like 6'5" and just he's nails.
Nail gun. No, that's crazy. Well, we've been going for a while. I want to see how much time Yeah, we're still rolling. Fuck, we've been going for 2 hours.
2 hours.
Yeah, man. 2 steady hours. Fuck. Thank you so much for coming, man. That was fucking awesome. Time flew by. It's going to be twice as long as the other 2 pods we've done.
No way.
Maybe I'll split it and do part 1, part 2. We'll see.
Yeah. Maybe keep the people waiting a little bit.
Yeah. Who knows? Yeah. Fuck. Stay tuned for part 2.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I think that this was awesome. We touched a lot on hockey, a little bit on God, the upcoming AHL camp. Talked about your little brother playing baseball. Yeah, lots of funny stories. So yeah, that was awesome.
Oh yeah, no, I appreciate you having me on, and anytime you need a guest,
yeah,
I'm
man.
always here, brother. Appreciate it.
I appreciate it too. I was like, when I was snapping you, I was going around sending everybody the link to the last episode.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm gonna take advantage of this guy's niceness and make him come on my pod because I knew you probably would.
Oh yeah. Like, as soon as you're
just
like
a beauty like that, so
you're like, yeah, I'm going to Banff. Like I want to have it edited. I was like, hey, I'm gonna make sure.
Yeah.
Because we had a plan for Sunday, but like I said, I don't go out, but I had a long night playing Marvel Rivals.
And I never go out, but I went out that night, the Saturday night, and I didn't come back to the house till 6, and it was like, okay, yeah, no, that's all good with me too.
Yeah. But I remember you're like, let's do it Thursday, and I'm like, yeah, like I'm not doing anything Thursday. I'm making sure I'm there. Like we got to get this done. So I'm glad we did, and hey, next summer we can run it back.
Yeah, 100%. Or fucking even at Christmas and see how things are going with the squad and everything.
100%. Yeah, I'm down.
Cool. Well, thank you very much for coming, man. It's fucking awesome. That was sick. If you made it all the way to the end of the video and the podcast, thank you guys very much for watching it. Kishaun was great telling the stories about being in pro hockey and playing junior hockey, and all the different stories were great. So I appreciate it. This podcast is sponsored by Comet Window Cleaning in Saskatoon and Ridgeline Asphalt Maintenance in Saskatoon. Give them a shout for all of your home service needs and your commercial needs. And yeah, thank you guys very much for watching.